Yes guys, welcome to a brand new video. My name is Conan and today we're going to be talking about the realities of being shredded. And so getting extremely shredded to a very low body fat percentage may seem appealing to people on social media. Even if you see someone at the beach, for example, with like their shirt off and they're super lean, super shredded, it may aesthetically look really pleasing, but it does come with a host of physical, mental, emotional challenges that can significantly impact your overall well-being. And in today's video, I'm going to do a quick little in-depth view of what it actually looks like. So just for some context, guys, I'm talking about very low body fat percentages. I'm talking like single-digit body fat. And I actually did a bodybuilding show in 2021. It was my first ever time doing it, first ever time getting to such a low body fat percentage, and I literally experienced all these negative side effects of being super shredded. Despite me looking amazing, as you guys can tell by the picture here, mentally, physically, I didn't really feel the best. And so the experience of being shredded, the physical stuff, let's talk about that first, is when you are super shredded, obviously your muscles become a bit more defined, you get a lot more veins, striations, as you guys can tell here, I got like these crazy ab striations, chest striations, shoulder striations, so you visually look like insane basically, right? And now this is like the aesthetic goal for competitions and photo shoots. The second thing, and this is like a downside, is that despite the impressive appearance, actual physical strength might decrease, right? So your performance in the gym may suffer if on your bulk, for example, you were pressing, let's say, the 80-pound dumbbells. When you're really deep into competition prep or just at really low body fat percentages, whether you're doing like a bodybuilding show or prepping for like a photo shoot, it is really common for your strength levels to dip, right? Which can be really demotivating, right? Because obviously when you go into the gym, you're there to do high quality, productive work. And once you notice that you're going in the gym and you're almost like, instead of progressively overloading, now you're like regressively underloading, it can be really demotivating, right? And so this is like one of the biggest costs that you're gonna have to pay for being super lean and super shredded, right? At least to the stage that I got in, right? And now the way that it kind of impacts like your daily life is number one, fatigue. Constant fatigue is super common. So your body has very little energy reserves, obviously being in a super deep calorie deficit, making even mundane tasks super exhausting. I remember when I did my bodybuilding show, just like simply the act of me getting out of bed was just horrendous. It literally felt like the worst thing ever, which sounds crazy, right? Because it's like you see this picture of this person that's super lean online, but it's like this person has like no energy to like, he's almost like a zombie, right? He's just like, he can't even get out of bed, right? Even like taking the stairs, going grocery shopping, like you're a lot less active throughout the day. So that daily fatigue is definitely a really common thing. And now one thing that I personally notice as well is that your cold sensitivity goes through the roof. And so a quick little example, despite me doing my show in the summertime, I was still like cold all the time. Like I wasn't like to the point where I was shivering because it was still hot outside, it was summer. But typically like I would just get like really cold really quickly, right? And that's one of the things that you'll notice, is you're going to be a lot more sensitive to cold temperatures and you may feel chilly even in mild conditions. And now last thing here is weakness. So general weakness, not just weakness in the gym, but like general weakness and also muscle soreness are daily companions. Recovery from workouts also takes a bit longer and you might feel perpetually sore, right? And now let's talk about the actual negatives of being at a super low body fat percentage. And again, guys, keep in mind, this isn't like 15% body fat, right? Because that's super healthy and your energy levels, your testosterone levels, your hormones, everything should be optimized at like, for males at least, I would say top 20%, bottom probably like down to like 10%, right? Once you dip below that 10% body fat percentage, and again, this could differ from person to person. For some people, maybe slightly higher, maybe 11 or 12, whereas for others, they can function fine at around 8 or 9 body fat percentage, but anything below that, they may start to notice like these negative consequences, which one of them includes your hormonal imbalances. So at a low body fat percentage, again, extremely low, many men may experience a significant drop in testosterone levels, which leads obviously to reduced libido, reduced sex drive, energy levels, and also mood disturbances, right? Low testosterone is associated with very low body fat percentages, so that is something that you're going to have to keep in mind if you do want to pursue being super shredded, right? Also, estrogen levels in women, women can face a lot of disruptions in their menstrual cycle, potentially leading to amenorrhea, which is like the absence of menstruation, which can also impact fertility and bone health, right? Couple other things: when your hormones are all out of whack, right? Your testosterone, your estrogen, it's just like all over the place. Mood swings are really common, right? So low energy levels and constant hunger can lead to irritability and mood swings, right? On top of that, your concentration and mental clarity as well can suffer, which makes it very difficult to just focus on even like the daily tasks that you're doing. I remember I worked at a supplement store and at a gym while I prepped for my first bodybuilding show in 2021. And I remember my boss being so mad at me. This was at the supplement store, and that is because like I was working behind the till, and it was like more of like an old school kind of like machine where you had to take the money out and then you had to grab the calculator to see how much money you owed the person. Typically speaking, I'm pretty good at math, so I just do everything in my head. But I remember one time, like, and this didn't happen to a customer, this happened with my boss, where he bought something from the store, and he bought something for, I think, like, I forget the exact amounts, but he gave me like a $20 bill, and then I quickly did the math in my head, and then like I couldn't even do the math in my head. Like typically, like a super simple, just like whatever kind of like task, I couldn't even do in my head, and I was like, it just felt like I was like had like a brain fart where like I couldn't even think straight. Like a simple math equation of just giving change to the customer, giving change to the person, I couldn't even do. Like I couldn't even think straight, right? Which sounds really scary, because imagine like maybe you're driving, right? Maybe your action times are a bit delayed, or maybe you're maybe while you're doing your bodybuilding show, for example, maybe you're trying to like study for final exams as well, right? Which, by the way, do not do that. That's the worst ever time to do both of them at the same time. So really make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into, and try to do it during a time when you probably don't have to do any crazy exams, or when you're not like crazy with like your working schedule, or when just like your cognitive function needs to be at a high level, because being in a low body fat percentage can definitely interfere and impact negatively, right? So do not do that then. And then also some of the, I would say, health risks associated with this are immune function. So a compromised immune system makes you more susceptible to illnesses and infections. You'll notice that you get sicker a lot more often and a lot faster just being at this state. Also, prolonged periods of low body fat can lead to decreased bone density, increasing the risk of fractures and osteoporosis. Your risk of injury as well, in general, is also a lot higher. And then potentially also some cardiovascular issues, right? So this can be an increase of, once again, cardiovascular problems, including this, which I cannot really pronounce, due to extreme stress on the body. And so to conclude all of this together, while being shredded to an extremely low body fat percentage may aesthetically look really pleasing, whether it's in person, at the beach, at the pool, even on social media, on Instagram and stuff, it is important to recognize and prepare for the significant physical, mental, and health-related challenges that come with that, right? So just be fully aware of this. And now again, this is very low body fat. This isn't like a healthy body fat percentage, because that I would recommend everyone to get to. But just know that once you dip down to those lower levels, you will more than likely experience one, if not all of these things that I personally experienced when I ran through this, right? And so that is right now, I always preach people living a balanced lifestyle, right? Which is why balancing the pursuit of aesthetic goals with overall health and fitness is absolutely crucial, and proper planning for both the cutting and recovery phases is essential to maintaining long-term well-being, right? And so that is why I don't really advise people to maybe get that lean and get that shredded and do like a bodybuilding show, because I know firsthand, right, how that affected me. And even like the post recovery of like my eating, like my relationship with food and stuff. It's really common for people to go through like eating disorders after going on like really strict, like on a really strict diets, low calories, that the rebound effect afterwards of just like almost like starving yourself for that long, the rebound effect can definitely introduce like a healthy relationship with food, binge eating episodes, all this stuff, right? And so that is why I don't typically advise people to get down to this level, and simply maintaining like a healthy body fat percentage from around 20% body fat down to maybe the lowest 10%, and kind of hovering around that ballpark is going to be most efficient when it comes to your energy levels, your daily performance, your cognitive function, your hormones, and all that amazing stuff. So I'm going to let you guys go. If you do have any specific questions for me, please let me know, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.